Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Investing and Trading Live. My name is Josh Lilquist. Today is the 30th of November. Looks like the last trading day of the month. Tomorrow will be December 1st. We will have the holiday season. Will we see a Santa Claus rally this year? I just don't know. And technically, the Santa Claus rally, I believe, is the last couple days of the year before Christmas, and then to the end of the year, and then into the first couple of days. I got to double check that, but something like that. It's not actually the full month of December. So today what we're going to do is a quick market update. Market opens in 1 minute. It's 8:29 Central Time for us Central Timers. And we'll do a market update as this market opens. We'll check out your ETFs, major markets, also some commodities, and your other major stocks that we talk about each and every single day. So, that being said, there is risk in trading and investing. You can and will lose money at one point in your life. This is strictly for entertainment purposes only, mainly mine. But hopefully you find it entertaining as well. S&P 500 market is not open yet. We closed yesterday at 454.61. Dow Jones closed at 351.65. NASDAQ closed at 389.81. And IWM closed at 178.98. So I had to do that real quick because I know the market is going to open, and we look like we're gonna open up the S&P 500 at 455.48, gapping up ever so slightly after the odd action yesterday. So we had a market that gapped up pretty good yesterday morning, showed a little bit of strength out of the open, but then went straight down in the day. So I actually had a negative day on Wednesday yesterday. So that was the S&P 500. So 455.35 currently, as market opens up, showing a little bit of weakness out of the open. Similar story, but gapping up just like yesterday. That's your S&P 500 ETF update. Dow Jones Industrial Average currently at 356.68. This one gapping up pretty good, up about a 0.5%, 0.58 to be exact. So the Dow Jones gapping a little more than the S&P 500, and we are nearing, or right at, I should say, the highs from August 1st. So if we clear this high from August 1st, we have another high at 357.89 from February of this year. February of last year. We may tickle me Elmo. We may tickle all-time highs here coming up, but we will manage our risk accordingly for that. So that is your S&P, or your Dow Jones Industrial Average. QQQ, which is your NASDAQ ETF, they call it the Qs. Looks like similar story as the S&P 500, does gap up on the day, currently at 390.29, but not that much. Showing a little strength out of the open, 0.13% up on the day as the market opens. So we'll see what happens as markets continue on here today, and really settle down after the open. IWM currently at 180.20, gapping up a little bit more than the others as well. So currently at 0.6% up on the day. We are a little ways from the highs from August, or actually it would be the end of July, August 1st. We're still about 9% down from those highs. And really from the highs, all-time highs, we are still down 26%. So that being said, the IWM has been lagging these other markets. S&P 500 currently is only down from the all-time highs. Not bad, 5%. So for those buy and holders, they might be feeling good again, but we are in that supply zone that we had all talked about and did some options on a long time ago, back in 2022. We are back in that same zone. I don't foresee this holding, but I've been wrong once in my life before. So IWM, that's your IWM update. So let's look at some other notables for ETFs. Gold continuing to surge, not quite past those highs from this past April. That being said, we are showing some good strength here from the beginning of October till now. Roughly about 12% rise in the GLD ETF. XLE continuing to slump. XLF, nice drive back up to the supply zone that we had talked about, quite frankly, probably about 4 months ago. XLV continuing that, a little bit of an uptrend right now, but still in a steady downtrend for the past, really since May or June. Same thing with industrials. Industrials are seeing a pop here off the lows. It looks almost just like the market. XLP, the same thing. XLU looking the same. XLE is the only one that is a little more flat. And SLV, 2294, coming up to that supply zone. I'm not sure why I have that supply zone there. Might be on a weekly chart there. So that's your major ETF update. Volatility index is up slightly today, about 0.5%. So see what the news is. Benchmark Treasury yields Mondays. Monthly win streak poised to halt. All right. U.S. stocks tread water ahead of Thursday's data bulge. I'm not sure there's an actual data bulge today. Let's pull up Forex Factory. I don't think there was major news. We looked at that yesterday. For those of you that was listening yesterday, if you haven't, check the archives on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and the Spreaker app. That being said, unemployment claims were today. Nothing to note. And core PCE was today as well. Other than that, nothing to really pay attention to the rest of the day here. So it's going to be a good mover today. Great for supply and demand traders. See if there's any other notables. No. All right, oil. Current oil price, $78.79. Showing a little pop here. See if there's any news on this. Energy stocks advanced pre-market Thursday. Well, that was 10 minutes ago. Market's open now. Who was that? That was Newswires. Okay, whatever. See if we have any news on... Oh, let's look at corn. Corn gap's up bigly, 6% today. Wonder why. U.S. corn export sales find marketing year highs. Huh. Was at 450, now to 477, and currently showing more strength out of the open. So today was the contract switch, that's why. From the Z to the, or sorry, from the H to the Z. H to the ISO, Z to the ISA. So that's from the March contract to the December contract. For those of you that don't know contracts and the expirations and all that jazz, make sure to get yourself educated on the futures market before you trade it. Gold. Surging through that supply zone that worked one time already and continuing the rise, $2,035.49, 52 cents on the day. Great job for physical holders. Might be time to get rid of some. Who knows? Silver, 25. Looking good for my silver price at $15 from a long, long time ago. Okay. Well, let's go back to gold. I want to peek at that. So silver's at 25.02. Gold reaching the highs here again from May. So really a textbook supply and demand set up here in trade for gold here. Went right to the supply zone. Got a nice 5-to-1 off of that. Second time it did not hold, which is typically weaker anyway. So check the archives in our Discord. We were calling that in a live market. HNT, let's go look at Bitcoin first. Bitcoin topping 37,000 the other day, currently at $37,685. per Bitcoin. For those of you that want to get into cryptocurrency, you don't have to have $37,000 to get into Bitcoin. You can buy them in Satoshis. It's a much smaller price. You can actually buy $1 worth if you actually want to, but not a whole lot to do with a buck. HNT 296. Way to go, HNT. Look at that. Now up 122% from September. That is great for us HNT miners and mobile cell network. It's Helium token is what it is. Mobile 5G. I would love to see that continue to go up with my long-term holding there with HNT. Boy, if we get $50 per HNT per Helium token like it was at 50 to 55, ooh-wee, that would be phenomenal. So we will continue to monitor that on the show. Check the archives. We've been talking about that for a long, long time. All right. Let's get into our stock update. BHG is up 2.38%. And NVIDIA is down 0.6%. Turtle Beach up 3.88%. I love that stock. That's one of my favorite stocks. Apple up. Well, Apple is flat on the day. Tesla down 1.3%. So some of the big names are down here. Google's down. What's Netflix doing? 3M is down, just basically flat, I guess. UPS continuing to slump here, but we had a little pop here for the past couple weeks with UPS. I do like it. I do like it at that 120 mark. We will see if we can buy. If volatility is low enough, look at buying some calls around that 120 area. I like that. Do you like that? American Airlines, that was a missed trade from before. It's too bad. Target, that was a nice opportunity we took advantage of back. We've been waiting for that $110 to $100 demand zone, and it's popped out of that about a 1.5 to 1 as we speak. Let's see. Oh, Netflix, I wanted to look at that. Down 0.38%. Really, it's still showing a pretty good uptrend here. So Netflix is looking great. From the low is up 190%. Wow. Netflix is actually looking really good. That's a woulda, coulda, shoulda trade right there. Wow. Way to go, Netflix. Dick's Sporting Goods, I got to stop there today and buy some shoes. $126.50. Nike, so both down. That was down 1.2%. Nike is down 0.8% on the day. Going through, suppressing that supply zone. And the next supply zone I'm looking at is the 125, 128 area. So it's kind of doing what we expect it to do, but we'll see what happens out of these sloppy pivots here. There's slight demand supply there. With that, we got to check our JWN, our options play that we're waiting to expire on the 8th here. We could probably take 80% profit here, but we'll let it expire and take our 100% profit here unless we see a major issue with Nordstrom's here in the next week or so. Getting down to our $9.50 strike, we're looking good. It's down about 30% there until we get there. So that's looking pretty decent. And that, my friends, is your stock market update of the day. We will do another show tomorrow. Make sure to subscribe and like the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. We really appreciate all the listeners. While we give you guys a clap here for that. We really appreciate all of our listeners on Spreaker, on the Spreaker app. That's Spreaker. You get notified live when the show goes live every single day. So if you have questions on it, you can also put in questions if there's any topics that you want covered, and we'll try to cover any topics you guys want to hear. So that being said, collect your profits when they're given to you and protect your losses, keeping them small. Until next time, my friends, retire young, my friends.